Hey folks, it's Andy from Wrecking Ball Design, and my husband and I finally got new internet, so I'm late with this plan with me, but I still wanted to upload it and enjoy how fast it goes. So this is from the week of January 1st, and I'm using this beautiful silver foiled kit from Chic Street Sticker Boutique, and I will link them down below. It is so gorgeous. When I saw it on Instagram, I knew I had to have it. And I don't buy full kits very much anymore because I really like to white space plan. And I really don't love having a ton of leftovers, but whatever. I had to have this. I wanted all the foil. So I'm putting down the bottom washi, which is one of my favorite parts of this whole thing. The geometric trees with the silver foil snowflakes. So pretty. And we actually, in Texas, I can legit say hell froze over because we had snow and ice this week that I used this kit, which was crazy. We didn't have very much and it didn't last very long, but it was absolutely beautiful while it did last. So I hope all of you are having a great new year. It has been a whirl of crazy around my house. I have all of my teaching gigs starting back for the term, and yeah, have my hands full. I did a big beginning of the year sale in my shop, and I will be posting some plan with me's from my shop with kits that I have available and all that good stuff coming up very, very soon. My kiddo should be running in the door anytime now, so if you hear the door plunge open and a little voice, you'll know what happened. So as y'all know, I really don't prefer full box checklists in my layouts, but I do really like to utilize them in the sidebar for my grocery list, especially if there's not a heading or something that really fits that purpose. And then I just put a little quarter box down at the bottom to round out the sidebar. So I'm really liking the Erin Condren neutral so far. It's just nice to not have to worry about that wash of watercolor up at the top, kind of clashing with everything. So here, when I lay down my full boxes, I like to start with them at the bottom of that middle portion of the page. And then I add on the headers and kind of work from the middle out because I find that is easier for me to not mess up the available space that I have. And I loved all of these boxes. I thought they were so pretty. So I put them all across the middle of the page so I could use the top as my today section and the bottom as my to-dos. And it really turned out well. I will post a finished picture of it at the end of the week on Instagram. Actually, did I post a whole spread? I don't know if I did or not. I may have done one half of the week. I can't remember, but it really turned out nicely and I liked it a lot. So there it is with the full boxes all laid out, and now I'm going in with the to-do headers. I just prefer flag checklists because they are so much more white spacey. It's so much easier to work with those. For me, I like to see that white space on the page. So going through and laying those down, I have wet hair in the frame, sorry. I hear his footsteps, but he didn't run in the room, so that's surprising. So are all of your children, for those of you who have children, back to school? Mine started back on the 3rd of January, so he is well into the swing of things. So here I am going back through, making sure I put all of those checklists down. This kit came with 5 checklists, which was fine because I don't care if I put them down on the weekend. I just put them in for the work week, but if that would bother you, just be advised. So I did not want to use the little things headers because in general I don't really have enough little things to fill up a little things section. So I opted to take these glitter headers from, I believe, Sticker Bloom, and I went with this kind of dark hunterish green. It definitely matched the kit, and I didn't want to use a lighter green because the Today headers are already a light green, and I thought these actually blended quite nicely. They didn't stand out too much, they didn't detract attention from the spread, and so I was very happy that I decided to use those. So here I am going in with those headers, and I lifted them up just a little bit above the top of the box, I believe, so that I would have a little bit more room to use in that Today section. I use a lot of quarter boxes, bill-do stickers, flags, and things like that in that top section. So I like to leave myself as much room as possible. And this kit is so pretty. I just loved it. I really need to buy more from Chic Street Sticker Boutique. I have liked their stuff for a really long time. And in particular, you'll see it here in a few minutes. She has a like post-it note, half box, quarter box, tiny box thing that she does that is foiled, that is beautiful. So it looks like it's held down with foiled washi tape. But first, date headers. Love these. And I don't usually even fuss with the date dots that go inside them. I just write in the dates, but I went ham on this one. Went all out. Love it, love it. Never can get Friday down right the first time. And I don't know what's going on in my neighborhood. Pardon the noise. I live on a fairly quiet street, but people lose their minds occasionally. I'm waiting on 2 Amazon packages that are supposed to be here by 8 p.m. And I am always surprised when they actually show up the way they were supposed to. I live in a really small town, so I feel like putting a deadline on anything is most likely not going to happen. I could be wrong, but we'll see. So finishing up those date dots. I had a lot going on this week. It ended up being a busy spread, but it is really pretty, and I really liked the way it came out. Going in with the trash day sticker because our trash did run a day late because of New Year's. And what else? I'm looking at the spread right now, but I cannot remember what I did next. Oh, I did recycling on Thursday. I don't know if that actually is a thing. Did it run? Yes, it did. I'm the worst at keeping up with the recycling days. Seriously, the worst. So now I'm going in with some bill dues. We always have rent and cell phones due on the 1st and 2nd of the month. So, you know, I hate to take up space with a bill due sticker, but I do want to remember. So it all works out. So here I am putting down one of those really small sticky note looking stickers with the foiled like washi tape holding it down. And that was just a small reminder for me that my online classes were starting on that day. I don't think I was likely to forget, but it'll be a nice reference when I look back and try to remember when the term started to calculate what week we're in. So here I am putting down a quarter box for back to school for my son. Again, not a thing that I would probably forget, but just in case. That little gray bit that you saw come into the screen on the right-hand side was my son playing with a wig. He desperately wanted a wig to look like Carlos from Disney's Descendants. And he got it for Christmas, so it looks kind of like a dead rat on the floor of his room, but he loves it. So here's what I had left. Tons of leftovers for me, but really a good purchase, and I loved this kit, as I've already said 8 zillion times. And that's it. I am going to write in the few things that I have, those bills and stuff, back to school. I was tracking my reading this week, so that's what I'm putting in the sidebar, as well as my work hours. I suspect my work hours have been exceeding the amount of time they're supposed to, so I'm trying to keep an eyeball on that. Have a standing Friday morning meeting going in here, and that is it. I hope you all enjoyed this spread. Feels good to be back. See you soon.